Let's go ahead and evaluate each one of these expressions without using a calculator. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to come up with this answer. So I'm going to rewrite each of these in exponential form. So 2 raised to what power equals 8? So how many times do I have to take 2 by itself to achieve 8? 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. The correct answer is 3. 8 raised to what power? 8 raised to what power equals 1 over 512. Well, my first goal is to figure out how many times do I have to take 8 times itself simply to achieve 512. Notice that 8 is in the numerator and we have 512 in the denominator. So I know 8 times 8 is 64, and now I'm going to take 64 times 8, knowing I'm not supposed to use a graphing calculator. 4 times 8 is 32. We have 48, 49, 50, 51. So 8 times itself 3 times equals 512. But since the 512 is on top, I need to move 512 to the bottom, meaning the exponent needs to be negative. The correct answer is -3. Fractions are sometimes more difficult for students to understand. I begin with 1 over 16. I want to know what power should I raise this to end up with 1 over 4. So the first thing I ask myself is, how do I change a 16 into a 4 using an exponent? Well, I know the square root of 16 is 4 and the square root of 1 is 1. What exponent represents square root? It is 1 over 2. So the square root of 1 is 1 and the square root of 16 is 4. Correct answer is 1 over 2. I begin with 81 and I'm asking myself, what exponent do I need to raise it to end up with 1 over 9? Well, how do I turn 81 into 9 using an exponent? I know if I take the square root of 81, I get 9, so I'm going to start with 1/2. But notice how the 81, again, when you apply the 1/2, it turns into 9. The 9 needs to shift from the top to the bottom. That means this exponent needs to be negative.